Hey everybody, happy Friday afternoon from Buenos Aires. I just had a long week of a lot of interviews with a lot of big people. Big interviews this week were with the leaders of the two main gay rights organizations in town and with the Supreme Court Justice, and they're all over. The interviews went great and got a lot of information, and I'm excited to use it in my work. What is this blog about? Well, I'm coming home, everybody. I'm coming home, but not yet. Why am I talking about this right now? Because to go to Brazil, I have to buy my return ticket back to the United States, because I'll be leaving after I'm done in Brazil to go back to the U.S. But in order to get a visa to go to Brazil, I have to show that I'm leaving the country. And the only way to do that is to show that you have a way out of the country. And so I have to buy my plane ticket now to get back to the U.S. So last night I went online. I've been doing this a little bit over the past couple of weeks, looking at airfares, trying to figure out how to get home. So I went to use some of my normal sites, some of the basics, of course, like Travelocity, Orbitz, and Expedia. I kind of look at, but I actually don't use them too much anymore. One I'm a big fan of is Sidestep.com. Huge fan of it because it compares so many different websites. And so I went on there, and the price for a one-way ticket from Brazil to the U.S. was $1,200. Absolutely freaking unbelievably expensive. Not a fan of it. So I went to look to see what a round-trip ticket would be, and actually it was about the same price. Some cases it was actually cheaper. Plane tickets I looked at ranged between $1,000 and $1,200, and that's freaking ridiculous, and I didn't want to pay it. So I thought I would search around some more. I went to another website called flycheapabroad.com, and I have a thing about the thing I don't like about the name of this website, flycheapabroad.com, is that in this case, cheap is a adverb, and so it should be cheaply. So I am a little bit nervous about using a website that has bad grammar in its own title. However, this is the website I did use to get my one-way ticket down here, and it was by far the cheapest. It was around $600, $650 to get down here for a one-way. So I thought I'd check it out. And they had pretty much the same price for a one-way ticket, was around $1,200. However, if I did a round-trip ticket, it was only $700. And so I got to thinking, hey, how about if I just buy a round-trip ticket but only use one leg of it? I'm thinking there. And so I was all excited about this possibility. Hey, I can do this. Because what is the airline going to do? They're not going to know if you don't show up for the other leg. However, websites that really do offer these really discounted fares like this, like flycheapabroad.com, and there's some other like STA Travel that do student rates. You can only buy round-trip tickets, and actually, if the flights originate first in the United States. And actually, now that I think about it, I didn't do a one-way search for that site because I couldn't. You can only buy round-trip tickets if they originate first in the United States. So, hey, that sounds good at first. However, it doesn't work. Why? Because if I buy a round-trip ticket, and it has to originate in the U.S. first, my first leg is the one I'm not going to show up for. And so I thought, hey, maybe the airline is still okay with that. So I actually called the airline, and the airline that I would have bought the ticket through was Continental. So I called Continental, and she basically said, if you don't show up for the first leg of the flight, the second leg is canceled. So my plan to do that didn't work. I was very upset. I don't understand why a round-trip ticket is cheaper than a one-way ticket. Pisses me off immensely. It's the same goddamn flight. So that plan was shot out of the water, unfortunately. So then I just did an all-out search, just Googling everything I think of, cheap flights, cheap this, and I came across a website that I actually used a long time ago. That's how I found Sidestep.com, and it's I'll actually post a link to it and all the other websites I'm talking about right now. It was just an article on CNN.com, and it recommended two sites that I absolutely love. One is the one that I actually used to book my ticket. It's called Fairwatcher.com, and Fairwatcher is really cool because what it does when you type in your destinations, it'll take a look at other dates and stuff and say, is this really when the ticket is going to be the cheapest, and it'll recommend other times of travel that usually are cheaper. So I recommend Fairwatcher.com for that. However, when you're flying internationally, it doesn't have that option. Fairwatcher, I don't know how I came across this, but I was searching for hours for different tickets. Fairwatcher gave me a ticket for $650 for one-way travel back to the United States. So I hurried up and bought it, and it actually directed me to another website, one that's kind of independent, Vayama.com. And I bought my ticket through there for $650 from Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is going to be my last spot in Brazil, to Minneapolis. So I'm very excited about that. Actually searching around for more and more and more. I got a ticket for only $650, about half the price as most other one-way websites. So the key to this lesson is check out a lot of sites, check out a lot of these that I'm recommending right now. I even went on today to look at Fairwatchers.com and Vayama.com, and the flights that I found were back up to $800. So sometimes it's just luck of the draw about when you do it. And actually, I haven't gotten my complete confirmation yet, so hopefully it'll come through. So when am I coming back to the United States? My flight arrives on I think it's a Thursday, May 15th at either 8:30 or 10:30 a.m. So I'm very excited. I have one layover in Chicago for a little bit, but it should be a quick flight. Anyway, yeah, so I will be coming back to the United States in a little over 3 months. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed today's blog. Until next time, bye-bye.